When you combine shaving cream, marbling, and stencils, you create this really beautiful paper, and I'm going to show you how to do it. And yes, it's messy. So you are going to need shaving cream. I got mine from the Dollar Tree. And then you're also going to need your stencils, liquid watercolor, and then something to scrape them off of. I'm using a squeegee just because that's what I have. And then you need a container to put it all in. This is going to be really messy. So you're going to squirt down your shaving cream. This is the one that I like using. It doesn't get clogged like the other ones. And you can find this in the dollar store, like in the bath section with like bath products, and then you're just going to squirt it down, and then I like to smooth it out. Normally I use a popsicle stick, but I didn't have one, so I used a piece of cardboard, so it gets even messier. And this is about done. This can is about finished. It's just because I did some more marbling before. I have a paper subscription club every month, and I send people like bundles of paper. So I made a ton of this. I had such a fun day doing this. So this is the last little bit, and I wanted to share with you a quick tutorial on how you can use stencils to do this really cool shaving cream paper marbling. I don't think that I've seen anyone do it with it. One of the people in my group suggested it. She makes the most beautiful paper marbling. I will link her below so you can check out her amazing art. And then I'm just going to drop in some food coloring. And this is kind of where your hands will get messy. You probably even want to put on gloves. When I'm doing this with kids, I do normally use gloves. Oh yeah, because it takes a little while for it to come out. And then you're going to get whatever you want to kind of comb that food coloring through the shaving cream. So I'm using a comb. Actually, this came with another paper marbling set that I got from Amazon. So I'm use it just exclusively for this. And then, you just kind of play and you make all these really cool patterns on the inside. And you can add more food coloring if you want. I mean, this will probably get you, 5 to 10 prints depending on how you use it. So you don't need a ton of supplies for this, and you can get a really nice amount of prints. You just want to make sure that you have about an inch depth of the shaving cream. I forgot to mention that too. And then you're going to put your stencil on. I think you should use really bold stencils that have geometric shapes. That works better than the ones that have small details. And then you're just going to press your paper on top. This is just an old Reader's Digest book that I made into an altar book. So I have all these extra pages. So I'm using those as my first kind of prints. But I just love how it looks with the book pages. I think it's really, really cool. And it's going to act like a resist. So the parts where you don't have any marbling and it's covered with the stencil, then you're going to get a resist. So you'll be able to see the text on the page. So it's really a cool technique. I would have never thought to use stencils with paper marbling, but you can see it. It's very subtle, but I really love the way that it looks. And this is like a beehive kind of, or a hexagon kind of stencil. So that's why it looks like that. And then I just press the papers really good onto the stencil and into that shaving cream. And you'll see that the pattern starts to come up. So you really want that liquid food coloring to stain your paper. That's what I'm trying to say. And then you pull it up and then you scrape it off with your squeegee or your piece of cardboard, whatever you want. I've even used a popsicle stick and that works fine too. So whatever you want. And then I just take like the accessed shaving cream that I, scrape off, and I put it on the side of this container too. And then you can lift up the stencil, and there's still a lot of color on your stencil, so you can press pieces of paper into it and get kind of a different kind of effect or negative of the stencil, which is really cool. So I'll show you what that looks like in a second. And I'm just going to give it a press like that. So fun. And it's still going to have a ton of color on it. I don't think that this stencil will ever come clean, to be honest with you. I've tried to clean it a couple times. So just, use stencils that you're okay with it being stained, you know? So that's fine. But I think it's totally worth it. And look at that gorgeous pattern. I just love it. So pretty. I got addicted to this. I did it for the entire afternoon. I have a whole stack of these beautiful papers. I can't wait to get them to the people that are in my mail club. It's going to be great. So then you still have that texture too from the stencil in the shaving cream. So I'm going to see what I can pull from there too, right? And I did a lot of experimenting with this. So I'm going to kind of spread that out a little bit, and we're going to try some other techniques too. So you see, I'm getting the shaving cream on my hand. There's still a ton of color in there, but I want to do some more prints and do some more experimenting. And I wanted to show you another stencil too. So I'm going to put down some more yellow and some more blue. And yellow and blue make green, red and blue make purple. So you can kind of keep that in mind. I mean, I don't think that you could get brown, but, and yeah, maybe you could. And then I'm actually using the comb to make like a circular motion. And I'm going to comb it through and just create more interesting patterns. I mean, it's so fun to play in shaving cream, like in general, right? So just come up with a bunch of really cool patterns. I think it's so fun. Awesome. And then we're going to put this stencil in. So pretty. Again, it is going to get stained. And then I decided to use some deli paper here. So I'm just pressing that in to the surface, making sure it gets down. And you can see, right, that the pattern is rising up onto that. And then I decided that I probably need to wash my hands a little bit or wipe them off because I had shaving cream all over them. Messy process, I warned you, but it's so much fun. You could probably do it outside. That would be better. But it works out great. And you're going to pull this up and you'll scrape it. I'm going to show you how I scrape it with the squeegee, like that. And this, on the deli paper, it's a little bit more subtle. So you'll see I'll put a piece of white paper behind it. But you actually can see the pattern too. So like if you glue this down in a page in your art journal or on a tag, you will be able to see that pattern from the stencil. So I love this. This is so cool. I think it's so awesome. I was delighted with this project, as you can hear from my enthusiasm. And then there's another one too. And the part that you see that's completely white, it's because I didn't press it into the shaving cream, or it didn't have any color on there. And look at that gorgeous pattern in the shaving cream. It's so pretty. So I'm going to see what I can do with that, if some of that will pick up on the deli paper. Because you kind of have those grooves and it is a little bit of a resist. So let's see if we can pick up some of that too. And I like to let my paper sit for a couple minutes to really soak up that color. We're going to press that in and then we're going to pull it up just like that. And then I'll scrape it off and I'll show you what it looks like. So pretty. And my favorite one is coming up. I'm so excited to show it to you. But just experiment with all the cool papers that you have. Again, it's a little bit more subtle, but it's still really cool. Right? And I have that little side over there that is full of color. So I'm going to press down some more deli paper over there. And like I said, this gets so addictive. Like, you don't want your shaving cream to go to waste because it's so much fun. But it's so awesome. And my favorite one was the brown paper. It's so pretty. It dyed it beautifully. And you can really see the pattern against the brown paper. It's just gorgeous. This is like my favorite technique. It's so fun to experiment, right? Because you just never know. But look at how pretty that is. And I have not even removed the shaving cream. How awesome is that? And I'm going to scrape it off. So pretty. It's just gorgeous. Beautiful. That's definitely one of my favorites. I was tickled pink when I did that. And this is just an old like King Soopers bag. Sometimes I get groceries delivered, so they always put them in brown bags. In Colorado, we do not have plastic bags, so you have to bring a reusable one or you get a brown bag. So I like to use them a lot for my art. So we're going to press this down just like that. Give it a massage. And the texture and just how the shaving cream bounces back, it's so cool. I just love it so much. So fun to play with. Oh my goodness, I did this with the kids that I used to teach at the Boys and Girls Club. It was they had such a great time, but they were blue after we were done. Like their hands were blue, everything. Their parents probably wanted to kill me, but next time we did gloves, but it's definitely messy. So hopefully we have some messy parents that don't mind if their kids get a little bit of coloring on them, but it comes out eventually. But yeah. But I learned the hard way. Next time gloves, and yeah, we used a washable paint and that worked good for them. And they still got beautiful prints too. So that is so pretty. So now I have a big piece of newsprint and I am going to press that down. And then it's going to make a pattern and we're going to press it down just like that. And again, we're going to get the negative part of like the stencil, but it's so pretty. I mean, you have so much color on that stencil that, you could just keep creating really beautiful prints in so many ways. So I just don't like to waste anything. So I'm going to keep going. And it cleans off the stencil too. It makes your life easier also too. So just keep going. It's so awesome. And I don't know how I kept that copper leafing in the little container. I should have moved that over. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. Press that down. And look at how cool it is. So you have a beautiful print too, right? And it has that beautiful marbling in it and all that color, but it's a little bit different. And then I'm just going to scrape it off. So pretty. And these papers you can stack on top of each other. They don't stick like when you use like a jelly print or something like that. So I like that. I think this is very like convenient for if you're making like a whole stack of it. You don't need like a ton of room because you can just stack the papers on top of each other. Of course, you want to remove the shaving cream, but with some things it's like sticky and stuff like that. But yeah, the shaving cream I think is the way to go. So this is just manuscript paper. Yeah, so I'm going to put down that other stencil that I had here. And this one, I got a lot off, but I'm going to press it down and see if I can get another print out of it too. Like I said, I don't like wasting things, so I'm going to give it a press and we'll see what we have. And it does give me just a little bit of that ink, which is really great. Just like that. A little bit, a little bit. So really cool. So I really hope that this inspires you. I hope you grab some shaving cream and some food coloring and make your own prints and grab some stencils, that you don't care about that much and try this. This was so much fun. It was like such a lovely surprise. And the people that are in my mail club, I think they're going to absolutely love these pages. I love to be creative and think of fun ways to make really cool patterns on the papers that I send. So it's so much fun. It just turned out so great. And I'm going to kind of stack them up a little bit so that you can see. And let's try to get that last print out of there. Since we have all that beautiful texture on there. And just give it a minute. Let it soak in. Let that pattern soak in. And then we're going to go ahead and squeegee it out. So I'm just kind of using up, whatever colors are in there. Whatever ones, whatever ones, whatever ones, but it's going to be great. Yeah, and that's just what we're going to do. And the comb has lots of shaving cream on it from this process, so really simple and easy. But just to recap, the brown paper is definitely my favorite. But you can see like the pattern on the manuscript paper. It's really pretty too. I mean, it's just fun. You can like just keep going and going with this process and get some really beautiful papers, that you can use in all your projects. I love making these kind of papers. They're so pretty. Just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeousness. So I'm going to show you me scraping it off. And again, you don't have to use the squeegee. I just find that the easiest. You could also just use a piece of cardboard and that would work out too. So, do your thing. Do what feels right to you. And that's it. I'm going to go through the papers so you can see how they look. Of course, I forgot to show you my favorite ones, the brown papers after they dry, but I will have a picture on Instagram if you want to check that out of all of the brown papers. But if you love pretty papers and you want to receive a really beautiful different theme every month pack of painted papers, then feel free to check out the link in my description and you can check out the Painted Paper Society and see if you want to be a part of our community. We have fun over there. There's lots of inspiration and I just love making beautiful papers. So I can't wait to show you just all the techniques and all the joy and funness that comes from being a part of that group. So you can check it out if you're interested. It's also free to join too. I do drop freebies in there too. So you can join and try to check it out and see if you want to join and get a subscription. But I will see you later. Happy creating, friends. Bye.